Have you ever considered actually calling games?
I mean, we do the Pro Bowl. We do the Pro Bowl, which in the flag space is among the most really prominent flag games. Trav, I don't know of a bigger one. There's foam pits. People do flips in them. It's quite a lot. No, I never have, and I watch people like the Bucks and the Taricos and the Nances and the Michaels and the whatever, and I it's a skill set I don't have. I don't know. I don't want to do it. I've never wanted to do it. I get to do golf, which
I was going to say you do that live, but
but that's here. Let me call a golf shot real quick.
All right, here we go. Oh, this is awesome.
To 14. Oh, that was good. That's it. Like to 14. There's very little to say or do. I don't need to set up the down and distance. I don't need to know, did he catch it? Is he inbounds? Is he out of bounds? That look like a face mask. Calling golf is stealing money. Okay, stealing money.
But I think you're really underestimating. You're underrating that to 14 call. Travis, give us your best to 14 right now. What is it? Let me get your to 14.
All right, now here we go. Now over to 14.
I'm changing the channel if somebody gives me a 14 call like that immediately.
That was poor. That was poor to bad is what that was. No, it's very, very, very understated. Think Jim Nance. Hello, friends. Think.
Ooh, nice.
To 14.
Bang!
See that? Yeah. See that?
God, that's electric.
Well, let's go. Let's keep going over to golf. We got the Masters coming up.
Yeah, baby.
Yep.
We got the Masters coming up. You and you're supposed to be doing the first 2 days of it, right?
Yep. Thursday, Friday. It's by far and away my favorite week of the year professionally. It's just
so cool.
Have you been?
Yes.
Yes.
I got lucky. I went during the COVID year where there was no stands.
Wow.
There were no grandstands, so I just got to see how beautiful that course was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
It's impossible
so cool
to try to convey to people. It's an impossible place to exist. Like
every single blade of grass is thought about there.
There you go.
Every plant, every
meticulous
tree.
It's perfection.
It is insane. It's amazing.
It is. It's all these things, and the week is, as I say, it's my favorite week. It's. I've done it for a long time, which is hard to process. The first year I went was 1997 when Tiger Woods was a kid, and he laid waste to every record there was, lowest score, youngest winner, biggest margin of victory, the whole bit. And that was when I started. And now it's all these years later. And I'm the guy in the Butler cabin on Thursday and Friday that brings this on the air. And,
so cool,
believe me,
that is so cool.
I'm talking earlier about being present, being grateful. Like all the stuff I get to do is a blast. I mean, I'll go in tonight and we'll do a show. We followed the women's tournament. You talk to Gino REM after he goes to his 24th Final Four. He's got confetti in his hair. Like that's an amazing thing to get to share with somebody. I love what I get to do. It's all of it's insane. The Masters is a completely different level of lunacy. Like when you know that it comes on the air and it's a picture and it's whatever it is, it's the Hogan Bridge or it's the 13th and it's that like the iconic shots.
Oh my gosh, that you can, going to that corner. Oh.
Right. You can close your eyes and see him in corner and you hear that sort of melodic piano and you're the voice that says whatever it is that you have to say and the Masters begins and you're the one doing it. There's no way I can explain the depth of appreciation for the fact that I'm the person sitting in that chair. It's something I share with my pop. My pop died when I was in college. And I'm going to tell you a quick one about so it'll be Thursday at 3 Eastern. We'll come on the air.
Yeah.
You rehearse a little bit. All right, we're going to show these highlights. Scheffler on 6 and Rory on 10. Okay. We just all right, I know how we're going to come on the air here. And at some point in the last minute, all right, I'm sitting there and I'm getting ready. And then there'll be about a 30-second bit where I just sort of get into this Zen sort of place where my mind is still, my heart is grateful, and I think of my father. And I think, Pop, it's like I don't say it out loud. I just think, let me be calm. Let me do my job well. Let me speak slowly and clearly, and let me do my job well. And I think of him, and I think, man, if my father were here, They say a young man that loses his dad early in life spends the rest of his life trying to make him proud. And I know, damn sure, sitting in that chair, that my pop is proud of his boy. And then we come on the air.
Oh, yeah.
And that last little 5 seconds, it's like, I swear to God, it's like time stops for just a second. And I'm like, we good? Here we go. And then off you go and you do your job. But I give myself like that very focused attention to that feeling, like what you feel in that moment. And it's just gratitude just exploding in your soul. I don't mean for this to sound overwrought
right now, man.
I don't mean for it to sound too goofy or heavy, but it's sincere. It's sincere. Awesome. And so I'm here, and Jim Nance is there, and Jim, it's his show. I'm just there to sort of welcome people on. I don't do a hell of a lot of heavy lifting, but that's the gig for the week. That's the main focus of it. Wednesday's my favorite day. I'm doing the par 3 the contest this year, which is a blast. It's like the kids are caddying for their dad, and it's just this beautiful day. And it's this par 3 course is sort of a miniature version of the big course. It's incredible. The whole thing's incredible, but there's a lot wrapped up into that week, as you can tell from what I'm sort of saying here.
Heck yeah, man.
That's awesome. Getting a lot of knowledge dropped on us right now. I love it.
Yeah. And the Masters, all these majors they're so much more, I feel like, ramped up because of the split. You get to see these guys coming from all over the world, different leagues. If you're the top of the top, you're in these majors.
Right.
Yeah.
So we get to see the guys that were, don't get me wrong, it's always been like that, but I feel like there's a little bit more excitement when because you don't get to see, Bryson every single week on the PGA.
Right.
Koepka's over.
Koepka. There's a lot of big time guys. I think Travis, that I don't know. I don't know what the time frame is. I think that they'll sort that out. I think we'll get back to a little bit.
They've been trying to figure it out for 2 years now, basically. But
I mean, the whole thing got real sideways where dudes took money, and the PGA Tour was like, don't do that. And then the PGA Tour was like, well, maybe we'll do that too. That's a funny game.
Oh, well, we got to compete. Yeah.
Yeah. That's an interesting trick. Imagine being like Rory and you passed on God only knows how many $100 million. And
then Tiger too, right? Didn't Tiger pass on? Right.
I heard numbers. I don't know what the truth is, but I'm certain that there were 9 figures involved. That much I know.
Gosh.
But the point you make about just not seeing them compete that often, that does make the majors feel a little bit different. But honestly, we do the PGA Championship on ESPN. We'll be down at Quail Hollow in Charlotte in May, and that's a great field too. But to me, the star of the Masters Week is not even the players; it's the stage.
Yeah.
It's the venue and the feelings associated with the venue. It's going back there every spring. It's the friendships that get rekindled, like among patrons and people that work there, and it's just the whole week is so special. So you're right that those events have added significance, but the Masters is just feels like what it feels like because of the place more than who's competing in it.
1,000%. I think golf in general, it's such a sport that's rooted in history.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go to a lot of these older venues that have so much history to them, that is there in the back of your mind in itself.
It almost takes you back in time.
What the Masters has at the same time is not only does it have that history, but it's every little meticulous thing is just done in a way that, I don't know, makes it feel just ridiculously special.
Sure.
To every single person.
No.
And even like the person serving you beer, to the person you walk by in the clubhouse or whatever, they all just make every single person feel so special that they're at an unbelievable place, and we're all taking this in together. And it's just such an awesome place because of that feeling, I feel like.
Agreed, and I've been so lucky going there through the years that the people that you walk past. Well, I talk about my friend Miss Nadine. She's a security, and years ago I walked past her in her station by the par 3 course, and I hear this voice say, "You look nice," and I stop and I look, and that's Miss Nadine. And so I walk over to Miss Nadine, and she said, "Let me see that tie," and I looked at it. I'm like, "Okay," and she said, "I'm Nadine. I'm Scott." I walked by the next day. She said, "Come over here." Okay. She's like, "I don't like that tie." I'm like, who asked you? And she's like, okay. So like it became that week. Every day I go by. And by the end of that week, me and Miss Nadine were like this.
Yes.
I get
awesome,
Christmas cards from her. She gets Christmas cards from me. We see each other and we hug like every single day. I give her a hug. That's my girl, Miss Nadine. Like we've been friends for 20 years.
Yes.
And
that's so cool.